And welcome to the week-ending installment of MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World with Harold Reynolds, Matt Vasgersian, Dan Plesac will join us in just a bit. We're going to have some fun today, H. We're going to talk about Game 7 performances that fans may have forgotten about, look back on a very long, very interesting this date in baseball history, and you and I aren't video gamers per se, but we're going to jump right into that tonight.
Well, the guy's been gaming it up. I guess that's what you got to do when you're sitting around the house. MLB The Show, they've been having some competitions. It's been pretty cool. I'm also excited, though, Matt, about talking about the Game 7 hero that was not, because that player gets overlooked so much. That's going to be a good segment, too. And then we have a special guest I'm excited to talk to.
Yeah, here's a guy that was not only a Game 7 hero, but he's a hero in the Players Tournament, the MLB The Show competition happening right now. One club representative from all 30 Major League teams playing each other in a round-robin style tournament. Juan Sotto joins us on MLB Tonight. Juan, thanks for the time. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me here, and I appreciate everything you say.
Hey, so, man, if Dodger fans had a problem with you in real life because the Nationals, what they did to L.A. in the division series, you did it again in the video game. You homered the other day.
I mean, that was really fun. I was playing against Gavin. It was a really nice game. I like this. I like playing against other people and know they are part of that team is making it better. We just fight like it's a real game and other stuff, and it's really fun.
Do you concentrate more when it's you?
I mean, I just try to make up runs. It's just 3 innings. I just try to hit a bomb with everybody. So I just concentrate with everybody until I hit one. But I'm doing pretty good with my player.
We know that the game is super authentic, and we love MLB The Show. It's been that way for years. It's kind of the standard for sports video games. It's so authentic that it has your shuffle in the game. Check this out. I mean, I'd say that's pretty good.
I mean, I really like it. I like that. It's really good and everything. And then the spin after the shuffle, everything is good.
Where did that start, Juan? Where did you start that shuffle anyway?
I mean, it started when I was in the minor leagues. I just get excited when I take a couple balls and balls are really close and they get mad. I just jump in the box. That's how it started. I start jumping in the box and everybody's like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, I just enjoying it. I just enjoy taking balls and nasty pitches, just taking balls, and they're like, "All right. Let's see," and then everything goes through, and now everybody love it.
Well, I got a couple questions for you here. One, you hit 333 in the World Series, 3 homers, 7 RBIs, but there's one at bat, and I don't know if you've heard this conversation yet, that caught David Ortiz's attention. Check this out.
Verlander le tiró una recta alta ahí arriba. El queche empieza a discutir con el ampalla, porque sabe que Verlander, la zona alta es la de él. El queche empieza a discutir con el ampalla, y en esa discusión se mete Soto y le dice, dile que me la baje una pulgada más para que tú veas, que te voy a enseñar a dónde que trae.
¿Así mismo?
Yo lo estoy viendo, papá, eso. Okay. Yo lo estoy viendo. Pues Verlander vino con el picheo una pulgada más para abajo, y por poco ese chamaco saca esa bola del estadio entero. Esa confianza que tiene ese chamaco a los 21 años, la cogí yo como a los 28. Él está 7 años más adelantado que yo.
So is he right? Did you say throw that again? I dare you?
I mean, I've been talking the whole game with Robinson Chirinos. He's really one of my friends. We went to Japan together, all the stuff. I just talking with him. I've been talking the whole game, and then Verlander, when he threw the ball up there, he was like, the umpire said, "Hey, that's ball up and inside," and he was like, "No, that's not up and inside." And I'm like, "Yes, that's up and inside." And I said, "Chirino, hey man, that's ball." He was like, "No, he missing the ball the whole game." I'm like, "That's ball." you know it's ball. And he's like, no. And then he threw me the ball, and I just crushed it.
Hey, more on the World Series, Juan. It was pretty cool. I know that you and your teammates from the World Series team, including Anthony Rendon, who's moved on, obviously, you guys had a Zoom call the other day. You all watched Game 7 together. This must have been a lot of fun.
Oh my God, just be with that group of guys again. He just made me feel like we were in the 2019 season. Those guys are really special. I mean, I don't been in the league too far, but I've been playing. I play with a 2018 team, and even close the team that we have in 2019. Just the talent is more like how we stick together, how we enjoy together, how we play together, how we just like we are like a family. We all everything we do is together. We go to restaurants together. We just laugh together. We dance together. Everything together. I mean, I think that was the key to make the team to win the championship because everybody was like pushing it.
And we should mention that you guys all got together to watch that game on Zoom to earn some money, make some money, that is, for COVID-19 relief. And you guys generated over $200,000 in charity funds as a part of that Zoom call. So good job by you guys. Harold, go ahead.
Hey, so Juan, I got one question I've been dying to ask you, thinking about this. I wanted to see you in spring training. Obviously, we're not there. So you're almost to about 1,000 at-bats in your major league career. I think it's like 950-something like that. You're hitting 287 right now. You grew so much in 1 year. I'm curious, what do you see the next 1,000 at-bats being like?
I mean, it's gonna be a challenge to get used to get a lot of balls because I see in 2019 a lot of pitchers went around me. They just tried to make me chase. I don't know how they're gonna come in 2020. It's gonna be a challenge. Just be ready, be prepared, and try to don't go out of the zone. I think that's gonna be it's gonna be fun. We gotta work on it, and let's see how it is.
Hey, Juan, we really appreciate the visit today. Stay safe. We know you're staying in shape. We know you're getting your swings in Florida. Thanks for the time, and we hope to see you on the field soon.
All right, thank you, guys.
More Nationals content on MLB Network coming up Saturday. This is going to be a lot of fun. Starting at 10 a.m., Play Ball with Howie Kendrick. Harold visited Howie. That Play Ball episode's coming up at 10 o'clock Saturday morning, followed by Game 5 of the Nationals-Dodgers compelling division series, the homer against Kershaw. And, well, we know how it went. It's not like I'm chomping the bit here. At 5 o'clock, Game 1 of the 2019 World Series. Then at 8 p.m., Game 7, Nats-Astros. It was about as good as it gets, and we relive it all here on MLB Network Saturday. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Dan Plesac joins Harold and I. We'll talk about some of the Game 7 performances that you may not remember as vividly as these. Next on MLB Tonight.
MLB Tonight is presented by Camping World, making RVing fun and easy since 1966. Visit campingworld.com today.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. There is nothing like a Game 7, so Sunday, celebrate 4 notable Game 7s with us. The Braves and Pirates dueled in epic NLCS battles in back-to-back years. We'll relive those starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Game 7 of the 2016 Fall Classic between the Cubs and Indians airs at 3 p.m. And then the Madison Bumgarner Show, 2014's Game 7 of the World Series at 10 p.m. Eastern. We all remember the heroes from the winning sides in Game 7s, Dan Plesac, but what if, say, that 2016 World Series had gone differently and the Indians ended up hoisting the Commissioner's Trophy?
Matt, you're thinking just the way I do. Bottom of the 8th inning, the Cubs are up 6-4. Looks like they're going to win their first World Series in over a century, right? Rajai Davis hits a 2-run bomb off of Aroldis Chapman. It just stays fair down the left field line. And I remember walking around in that stadium thinking, Matt, there's something to the curse, the Billy Goat 1969. Maybe it's just not in the cards for the Cubs to ever win a World Series again. And Rajai Davis would have been a hero if somehow the Tribe wins that game.
Yeah, Harold, if we're going to rewrite history and say flip sides, winning and losing sides in a World Series, I think all the MVPs would look a little bit different, or at least some of them. Grab one for me and talk about it.
Well, the one for me is 1982. I mean, Robin Yount, the way the Brewers had come on that year, he was the MVP of the American League at 331. He went out, had 29 homers, 114 RBIs. Then he had 2 home runs and a triple in the play-in game. And in this World Series, he had 414 with 1 homer and 6 RBIs. This is why he's playing shortstop, folks. And when you think about the great players in the history of baseball, I think Robin Yount gets overlooked. He's definitely, for me, Dan, in my top 5 of players I ever competed against, and top 5 I've ever watched. I mean, Robin Yount gets overlooked, and that MVP in the World Series would have changed it a little bit. I mean, he's at Cooperstown. I can't complain too much.
No doubt about it, Harold. When you think about it, Robin Yount came up in the big leagues when he was 18 years old, just fresh out of high school near the L.A. area.
And you know, speaking of great teams, guys, DraftKings has this really cool promotion that's cooked up. And I think everybody's going to get on board with this because everybody's favorite team has to be represented in the DraftKings MLB Dream Bracket. Each team, each franchise has its all-time team put together on a squad, and it'll match up head-to-head against other franchise all-time teams, including one Negro Leagues team and one team of current 25 and younger stars. These teams will play a best-of-7 series. Tune in Monday on MLB.com and on Twitch to see the results. This is the way the bracket field looks. I mean, identify your favorite team, think about its chances against its first-round opponent, and then through all these competitions against 7-game series, we'll whittle down a winner. So, you know how partial we are. Siri, quiet for a sec. I got my winning squad right here somewhere. Not great light for the Oakland A's mug. Who do you got, Dan, for your all-time team?
Matt, I'm going to be a chalk eater right here. The New York Yankees. When you think about the legends that have played for the New York Yankees and have worn the pinstripes, from Joe DiMaggio to Babe Ruth to Derek Jeter, the list just goes on and on. Mickey Mantle, Reggie Jackson, Lou Gehrig. It's hard not to come up with the New York Yankees, the most iconic brand in the sport of baseball. I'm going with the Bombers.
Well, I'm going with an underdog, Dan. You're a front runner right there, the Bombers. Now, I wanted to go with the Cincinnati Reds. I could have just gone with the Big Red Machine. But I'm going to go, since it's been Jackie Robinson week all week, I'm going with the Negro League team. I mean, when you start talking about the Homestead Grays alone had 6 Hall of Famers on that roster. And then you start talking about Cool Papa Bell, Satchel Paige, names that you definitely know. Monty Irvin, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, all coming out of the Negro Leagues, Roy Campanella. But I'm going to throw a name at you, Oscar Charleston. And when Oscar Charleston was playing, when Willie Mays was coming along, they said, he's got a chance to be the next Oscar Charleston. That's how good that guy was. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going with the brothers, Matt. I'm going with the Negro League team.
Okay, I think they've got a pretty good chance, by the way. And again, tune in on Monday on Twitch on MLB.com to see how the tournament goes. It's happening on DraftKings. A lot of fun, the tournament that's happening with best all-time squads. All right, time for break. When we come back, ask Joe Kelly. Every once in a while, you know, it can get away from you. And how that happened at home for Joe. Next.
The MLB Dream Bracket, presented by DraftKings, wouldn't be as fun without a little competition. Head to DraftKings and compete for thousands in prizes for free by playing in daily and tournament-long pools where you'll answer questions like what team will win, player performances, and more.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. Well, you got to keep the skills sharp, Dan Plesac, and for Joe Kelly, it's like the beginning of camp.
It's like Bob Uecker, just a bit outside.
Took down a window. Clean that up. That's okay, folks. Hey, and for Hunter Pence, Harold, it was happy birthday earlier this week, virtually.
I mean, this is the best way you can do it when you have keeping your distance in place. Look at that. That's impressive.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Hunter.
Definitely maintaining 6 feet and then some there. Hey, boy, this is really great news. The Home Plate Project has been around for almost 2 years, and their services have never been more needed. Over 50 players got together representing the whole league and raised nearly $1 million to provide meals for families impacted by COVID-19. The Home Plate Project is a partnership between Garth Brooks' Teammates for Kids Foundation and the Big League Impact Group led by Adam Wainwright and Kyle Gibson. Great work by those guys in a time where things like that are much needed, Dan.
No doubt about it, Matt. And there are a lot of people, not only in the United States, but across the world. And it is such a good thing. And I think, Matt, at times sports and athletes don't get enough credit for the good things that they do for people. And it's sometimes we're in a world of negativity, but it's nice to see that baseball in conjunction with Garth Brooks stepping up and helping some people in a time of need.
You know, one of the things that Garth, he started a Teammates for Kids Foundation back in, I think, 1996. And he had one rule, guys, and that was that the donation went directly to the need. You know, so often you give, but you end up paying for maybe operations or different things like that for people to work. He makes sure that 100% of that donation goes straight to the need that you've designated, earmarked it for, and he takes care of the rest. So I think that's been the staple for his foundation, and so important because when you give, you want to know you're giving to that need that you're giving it to.
Good point. Good point. Let's take one last break, guys, because when we come back, remember how the end of the 2007 season went for the Padres and Rockies, an epic play-in game that launched the Rockies the rest of the way in the postseason? Well, the first time they met the following season, it was just as long.
Home Plate Cam is presented by NTT.
Well, coming up after play-by-play, join Bob Scanlon, John Weisbarth. There'll be a detailed breakdown of all the occurrences that have happened in the last 7 hours. If this game goes any longer, it's going to look like a game from the 1960s when they used 1 or 2 cameras.
Look at that. The parrot's having a little smoke.
You know, at the beginning of the game, that bird was just an egg. What's he throwing up here?
Peanuts.
Hershey Kisses?
Working for peanuts down there.
I know I made the unfortunate comments earlier in the night regarding this game going 18 innings and me eating my hat.
Yeah. Sir, your hat's ready.
It's a little tough.
Enjoy.
The Rockies have their speediest base stealer aboard at third. Going to score him on this Tulowitzki double. And that's going to do it tonight. A 22-inning marathon.
Oh, this date in baseball history. A long
Matt,
one
you were
between
doing that game.
Padres
Oh my
and
gosh,
Rockies.
how'd you get through that?
I still am not comfortable reliving the agony of 22 innings of NL West baseball in early April in 2008. Hey, a couple of trivia questions for you guys. On this date in baseball history, that game took place. Matt Vasgersian, Dan Plesac, Harold Reynolds via NTT Home Plate Cam. So here's your question, Dan. Can you name the starting pitcher for the Padres in that game? He was the reigning NL Cy Young Award winner.
Whoa.
I got it.
Wow.
He was also about 6 or 7 beers into his night by the time that game got into the 15th or 16th inning.
State Farm,
Not
man.
Jake.
State Farm.
Yeah. Jake Peavy.
State Farm. Somebody, Jake?
It's Jake
State
Peavy.
Peavy, man.
Joe Mikey. Oh, God.
All right, Harold, for you, here's a question for you, and the video may have given this away. The Padres cleanup hitter for that game is still the tallest switch hitter to ever play in the majors, and he, now, still to this day, retains a very prominent position in the sport.
If I hadn't seen the video, I wouldn't have known he was on that team, but Tony Clark.
That's right. Tony Clark was the Pods cleanup man. I forget how many at-bats he had in that game. Okay, here's one for both of you. First guy to get it, just jump right in. The Rockies started for the Rockies, it was the second pitcher used in the game. He is still the all-time saves leader in Colorado Rockies history.
Trevor
Can
Hoffman?
you name him?
Oh, no. Colorado.
Rockies.
Colorado.
Oh, man, I think I know this.
He was out here. Out here.
Oh, it's not Houston, right?
Not Darren Holmes.
I have no idea.
No, think later.
Kurt Laskanik?
Had a good. Oh no, that's a decent guess. Brian Fuentes, still
Would have never.
Brian Fuentes.
Yeah,
I would have never
all-time
guessed that.
saves leader. Yeah. Oh man, 22 innings. Yikes. For Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, Harold Reynolds. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.